What is up, guys? Welcome back to Mateo Family Vibes. Welcome back to the channel. In this particular video, guys, I wanted to make a video for all of the foreigners that are thinking about moving to the Philippines. So for those of you that are new to the channel, I sold everything that I own in the States and essentially moved here about 3 years ago to the Philippines with my family. And we've been here for about 3.5 years now. Now, in that particular time, we've stayed at quite a few different condos, and we've kind of got to experience all different types of developers, prices, good things, bad things, great things. So I wanted to make this video because I know there's a lot of comments that were asking me questions about where are the best places, condos, things of that nature. Before we can even get into really what are the best places specifically, I think you need to understand the hierarchy of the developers that make up these condos, because I see a lot of videos from a lot of vloggers where they believe or they have the impression that they're staying in a luxurious resort or condo, and when you look at the developer, it's really not luxurious at all. We're gonna have probably 2 videos, to be honest with you, because I don't want to make it into one really long video. So in this video, let's go ahead and break down these developers so you at least know what the hierarchy is for these developers. So when you go to a condo and you ask, hey, who is the developer of the condo, you know whether it's luxury, middle class, or lower than that. So let's go ahead and start out with luxury. Okay, luxury is pretty simple, I think. There's going to be 3 main developers. Now, of course, there's going to be smaller or developers that could fit into the luxury type of umbrella, but I'm just going to give you the 3 main major luxury developers here in the Philippines. So the first one is going to be Ayala Land Premier. Okay, Ayala Land is the biggest developer here in the Philippines. Now, within the Ayala Land umbrella, they have their premium, mid-tier, and lower tier type of condos. So Ayala Land Premier is their luxurious, type of condo. But you're gonna have, in the luxury market, you're gonna have Ayala Land Premier. You're going to have Rockwell. Basically, Rockwell is literally right here. All the buildings that Rockwell have basically light up at night. It's essentially kind of like their signature thing that they do. But yeah, so Rockwell is going to be another luxury brand here in the Philippines. And then you're gonna have Shang properties, like Shangri-La, essentially, is what they build. So those are the 3 major luxury brand condo developers here in the Philippines. Now, then we get into more of the upper middle class, okay, of, let's say, condo building for developers. Now, on this one, we basically have Robinson's Land, so RLC. We have DMCI Homes. We have Mega World, and then we have Aveo. Now, Aveo is a subsidy of Ayala Land, so just keep that in mind. Again, Ayala Land makes condos for different tiers, so they're pretty much going to be on the list somewhere, based on what they're building, essentially. But those are the main, I would say, upper middle class type of developers that are here in the Philippines. Now, this building here where I live is DMCI homes. So anytime that you see a condo, you can spot DMCI condos all over the place because they have these massive holes on the side of the building. So for example, don't know if you can see it or not, but this building here is a DMCI building. There's a building over here that's the DMCI building. So the DMCI buildings are pretty easy to spot, just because they all have the same feature, a gaping hole on the side of the building. You're like, holy crap, there's big windows on the side of the building. So that's a DMCI property off the rip. Another thing is DMCI. If you are looking to live in a resort style type of condo, like you want to feel like you're at a resort every day, just go move into a DMCI property. All of them, literally all of them, no matter which ones they are, they all have this resort style, type of feeling when you go. Okay, so if you watch any of my videos, you see it looks like you're in a resort, away from the city, but you're not. So if that's type of your vibe, DMCI is going to be the property that you're going to want to stay in. Mega World. Now, Mega World is basically known for their townships. So essentially like BGC, right? BGC is kind of split up into mainly two or three main developers that created that circular, kind of bubble of BGC. One of them is Mega World, and they created basically Uptown. So if you look over here, Uptown is somewhere in here, and then on the side of on the other side of BGC, they created another township called Forbes-town. So if you like everything being walkable, to literally, you don't need a car, you don't need a tricycle, you don't need nothing. You could literally walk everywhere. You'd want to stay probably in a Mega World condo, because that's what they do. That's their specialty. They build townships, and they basically, it's where you have mall, grocery stores, gym, restaurants. Everything is literally in this little, in this little township, essentially, where everything's walkable. So if you like that type of environment and want to live something like that, then you're going to be looking at a Mega World condo. Basically, you can look at like BGC in Uptown. Eastwood is another township. Newport City, next to the airport, is another township. They have townships all over the place. So those are going to be, the type of condo where you would want to stay in. All right. So those are the main middle class. And then we have kind of like the affordable entry level type of, developers. And you're going to be basically talking about, let's say, SMDC, Avita, which is a subsidy of Ayala land. Again, Avita would be very similar to their entry, type of class. Some might put it at middle class or whatnot. So you have federal land, and then you have like things like Empire East, Vista land, Sun Vista. So the mere, you start to get into the entry level type of condos, and you have a whole bunch. But here's the thing that I would tell you: all of the people that are staying in condos, all the vloggers that are staying in condos, they're like, yeah, I'm paying whatever, $200 a month, $300 a month for my 1-bedroom condo, and blah 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 blah. It's all luxury and da 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 da. Right? Those condos are literally SMDC condos. Those are all condos. So they're staying at basically entry level, type of condos, essentially. The condo that I used to live before we moved here, that white one here, this one here, that is an SMDC condo. That's light residences. Next to it, the one that they're actually building next to it, is light 2 residences. So the good thing though, and by the way, SMDC, I'm not talking about it being cheap or anything like that. I'm just saying that the prices are entry level prices. Okay, and a lot of that obviously is going to be with construction and what type of materials they use for construction and things of that nature. But one of the really good things about SMDC properties is the location. They have really good locations, and I would say a majority of them have malls on the first floor. So you really don't need to go anywhere at all outside of the complex unless you literally want to do that. This Light Residences here where we used to live, it has a mall under it. Light 2 next to it that they're building, that's gonna have a mall next to it as well. The one here with like the gold glass coming down, that's Fame Residences. That also has a mall. So, and those are all SMDC properties. The white and black ones that are next to Fame, those are Vita properties. Those are entry-level Vita properties. They don't have malls. They have some retail spaces at ground level. They might have, some fast food places or maybe one or two restaurants or things of that nature. But they don't have full-blown malls like SMDC does. So again, if you are looking for, I think, the best bang for the buck, to be honest, the best bang for the buck, where you want to live and have access to a mall right away within your building, then you're probably going to want to look at SMDC properties because they're very affordable. They have everything you need on the property itself, and it's just cheap, which is always a good thing, Now, with that price being so low, obviously it's going to come with some drawbacks. The biggest drawback is going to be the size of the units. They're all the smallest units. SMDC has pretty much its cookie cutter, type of units. They're all the same. They're all the same size for the most part. 27 square meters or so, give or take. For most, if they have a balcony. If they don't have a balcony, then you're looking at maybe 20 square meters. It just depends on the floor plan, but you will notice about every developer pretty much has the exact same layout for their for all of their condo buildings as far as the layout of the actual unit. The way that the condo itself may look different, but as far as the units go, pretty much identical. If I go to another DMCI condo unit, I know the layout of the 3-bedroom because they're all the same pretty much in all of the different buildings. Same thing with the SMDC, same thing with Mega World, they're all the same. It's literally just the building itself is going to look however they designed it, but the actual condo units themselves are going to be pretty consistent in how they all look. It's just, if it works, why break it? So those are the different developers that you're going to run into most likely if you're trying to rent out here. And this is for Metro Manila area. I'm not talking about Cebu or anything else. Over there, you're going to find very likely they have Mega World has a township over there. Avita has their towers over there. So you're going to find, kind of similar situation there, but I'm specifically just talking about here in actual Metro Manila. So just so you know, that's what you could find here in Metro Manila. All right, but you can see all around me there's a bunch of different condos, and most of them are going to fall within one of those developers that I mentioned in the video. So very simple. If you want to save as much money as possible, but you want to have kind of everything under one building, I would probably say find an SMDC condo. They're going to be the cheapest, very much more likely to be the cheapest, and they have malls at the ground level of most, if not all, of their condo units. You might see stuff like this area here. This is made by Empire East. This building over here next to Light Residences is also Empire East. That's another. Next to Light 2 is Flare Tower. That is DMCI. I can go through all these top ones up here are going to be Shang properties. So they're just all over the place over here. So you'll find something that you like. There's something here for everyone. and every price point. If you just want the best of the best, I think that you'd probably would just go and live in Rockwell, to be honest with you, because I think that's probably going to be the easiest for everyone and for you if you like. So if you want the best of the best, probably go here, go to Rockwell. They have their own like little community, and you know, everything is walkable. But again, for that luxury, you're going to pay higher prices, and you're pretty much living in America. You're pretty much living in America again. So, you know, unless you have that, you know, unless you want to live in America in the Philippines, that's where you'd probably want to go. Or Makati, obviously. Makati is a lot of Ayala land is in Makati. So that's it for the video, guys, about specifically the condo developers. The next video is going to be about actually prices and where can you find these condos. What are the 2 or 3 different places where you can consistently find these condos, prices, and things of that nature. So next video will be about renting. This video is just about the developers. All right, guys, so if you enjoyed this particular video, give me a like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.